Hey friends, welcome to the channel. If you want to tap into the hidden job market where globally 70 to 80% of jobs are filled, you have got to do one thing most people dread. And that's reaching out to strangers. I know, that sounds terrifying. Some of my clients, they freeze up. They say, what should I say? What if they ignore me? What if I look desperate? But here is another trap I've seen. Some people do reach out and do it completely wrong. They write long paragraphs no one reads, or worse, they go straight for jugular. Can you give me a referral? It doesn't work. It puts the other person in an awkward spot and it makes you look desperate. So whether you're frozen and saying nothing or scaring people away with the wrong message, the result is the same. No replies. That's why you need a better approach. Something short, respectful, and designed to actually get a response. If you're new here, hey, I'm Raman, a former international grad student who built my career from scratch in a new country. And despite that, I received offers from prestigious companies. Now, I help underdog graduates and professionals to build and accelerate their careers that actually go somewhere. But in this video, I'll show you why you need a simple system in the first place for your outreach, how to structure your outreach using this system only in 6 simple moves, and how to bring your outreach messages to life with smart follow-ups. By the end of this video, you know exactly how to invite even strangers to an informational call without being pushy and without being ignored, so you can unlock that hidden job market for yourself. So let's get into it. Before I show you the system, let's step back. Why do we even need one? Because reaching out isn't something you do once. It's something you do over and over again if you want to crack the hidden job market. And that means you need efficiency in this process. You can't reinvent the wheel every time. Think about it. Before you even type the first word, you have already invested hours researching companies, planning your target employer list, narrowing down names. These are all precious investment of your time and energy, and you should maximize on those. If you reach out to people on LinkedIn, you've got maybe 2 chances to get a reply from a stranger. And the third unanswered message, you look like a spam. So when you finally reach out, you need to nail it. No wasted words, no sloppy structure. That's why you need a simple system. That's where the 75-word ask comes in. It's a simple 6-move system that keeps your message under 75 words, short enough to be read at a glance, but a structure to maximize your chance of replies. Here are the 6 moves. Move 1, work within a constraint. Your message should fit on a single smartphone screen. If someone has to scroll, you've already lost them. Think about it. How do we consume information day to day? Scrolling the news, LinkedIn or Instagram and other platforms. We skim. We look for headlines and big words, not every sentence. Long outreach messages get the same treatment. Ignore. That's why the magic number is around 75 words. Move 2. Don't go for the obvious. If you ask outright for a job or a referral, you scare people away. And yet that's the garbage advice floating around online. Instead, you need to plan your intent strategically. Your first goal is not to get a job, it's to land an informational meeting. That's your strategic target, because in that meeting, you start building trust, you learn from other person, and later you can turn an expert into an advocate. That is the bigger game. But for now, your ask is simple. Would you be open to a short chat? Move 3, build a bridge. Strangers don't owe you attention. But if you show a point of connection, same school, same city, same group, you instantly shift from random stranger to someone in their circle. This is the principle of liking in action, as Robert Cialdini writes in Influence. We like people who are similar to us. We like people who say they like us. And we like people who cooperate with us towards mutual goals. Move 4. State your ask. Most people end with vague lines like, would love to connect. Too easy to ignore. Instead, be specific with your ask. And right now, your ask is simple. A short chat. Not a job, not a referral, a chat. For example, how to do this. Would you be open to a 15-minute chat about your experience at Google and your advice on breaking into the industry? Move 5. Show direction, but don't box yourself in. Too vague and your contact won't know how to help. Too specific and they can say, sorry, nothing here. So combine both, broad lane, narrow focus. And here is an example. I'm exploring tech career and more specifically product management in London area. Move 6. Shift the spotlight. The biggest mistake, making it all about you. And you are not alone here, my friend. I can tell you talking to many clients in our first meetings. So what you need to do is to flip it. Talk about them, their achievement, their company, their expertise. Remember, respect earns attention. Now, let's put all these moves together. And here is an example. Hi Sarah, I'm Ramin, a fellow KTH alum. I notice your success in strategy and finance, and I'm exploring that career path myself. Would you be open to a 20 to 30 minute chat about your experience at Amazon and advice on breaking into that industry? Your insight would mean a lot. That's approximately 59 words fit on a smartphone screen, and it's very, very easy to reply to. A lot of people think once they've sent their first message, the story is over. It's not. One message rarely gets you a reply. People are busy, distracted, and simply not active on LinkedIn. That's why I teach a system called 474 routine. It's part of my networking strategy, and here is how it works. Day 0. Send. On day 0, you send your first outreach using the 75-word ask. For business after that, check for advocates. If the individual hasn't responded to you after 4 business days, that's often a signal. They're probably not your true advocate. In my networking system, this is the point where I recommend reaching out to another person in the same organization. And if you want my full networking system, what I call the low emotional ladder networking system, come in MASTERCLASS below and I send you the sign up link once it's live. 7 days after your first outreach. If after 7 business days you still haven't heard back from your original contact, you remind them. That's what the 7 in the 474 routine stands for. And here is an example. Hi Anna, I hope you are doing well. I wanted to follow up on my earlier message. I'm particularly interested in your perspective on tech and strategy as I'm considering a transition into the industry away from consulting and would greatly value your insights. If it's not a good time, no problem at all. Just let me know when it might work for you. Best, Ramin. 4 business days after that reminder. If you still haven't received a reply, assume LinkedIn might not be where they're active. If they're important to your search, move to another channel. Email, for example. Just say, hi Anna, I reached out on LinkedIn but wasn't sure if you were active there. I'd love to learn from your experience at Amazon. That's the 474 routine. Structured, respectful, and persistent without being pushy. And when you combine the 75-word ask with the 474 routine, you don't just send messages, you actually start conversation. Now, once you have landed that first chat, the real game begins. If you're still excited to learn how to run a successful informational meeting, click right here. I'll show you exactly what to say and do in that meeting so that a quick conversation turns into real